When you see a phrasal verb, it always has a special meaning to it. So if we look at the difference between close and close down, because it says the administration closed down the club, and if you compare that with the administration closed the club, that's very different. When you say the administration closed the club, that sounds very temporary. But by using closed down, we mean that it's closed forever. It's completely closed. It really means completely closed because you can use, we'll see in a minute, you can use closed down in a couple of different ways. But let's practice using closed down, meaning closed forever, or closed permanently, or completely closed. Here is a situation. Mary returned to her hometown. Let's make a when question with that sentence. When returned to her hometown. When did she return? When did she return to her? When did she return to her? When did she return to her? Oh my, I forgot my microphone is all the way back over here. I hope you could hear me all this time. That would be pretty bad if you couldn't. Can someone please tell me if they were able to hear me earlier? Okay, so we have when. When did she? When did she return? When did she return to her? When did she return to her? When did she return to her hometown? And here's the answer. After 20 years. She returned to her, she returned to her, she returned to her hometown after 20 years. And she was very disappointed. She returned to her hometown after 20 years and she was very disappointed. Let's make a why disappointed question. Why? Why was she? Why was she disappointed? Why was she disappointed when she returned? Why was she disappointed when she returned to her hometown after 20 years? Here's the answer. Her favorite restaurant was closed forever. So she returned to her hometown, she goes to her favorite restaurant, it's gone. It's completely gone. It's closed forever. But instead of saying closed forever, we can say closed down. Her favorite restaurant had closed down. Let's put that all together. See if you can say the whole thing. She was disappointed when she returned to her hometown after 20 years because her favorite restaurant had closed down. Can you say all of that? She was disappointed when she returned. She was disappointed when she returned to her hometown after 20 years. She was disappointed when she returned to her hometown after 20 years because her favorite restaurant had closed down. Closed forever. Closed forever. Let's do another example illustrating the meaning of closed down. Like with most phrasal verbs, closed down can mean many different things depending on the context. Closed down can also mean stop working 100% but temporarily. Let's see what I mean by that. Okay, here is a situation. After the rainstorm, there was a big flood, and the local school was flooded, and it was going to take 3 or 4 weeks to repair all of the damage of the flood. During this time, the school couldn't be used for any purpose. Okay, so that means it's not just that there are no students in the school. There's no administration either. No teachers are going there, no secretaries, no principals. Nobody's going in or out because the building is in very bad condition. We can say that the school closed down. And that doesn't mean permanently, but it means 100%. Nobody's going in or out until the repairs are finished. So let's see. See, I explained all of that without reading what I wrote. Now I have to go through everything I wrote. I should just read what I wrote instead of trying to improvise. Okay, so let's make a when question with that sentence. The school closed down. When did When did the school close down? When did the school close down for 4 weeks? And the answer is after the big rainstorm. After the big rainstorm. The school closed down for 4 weeks after the big rainstorm. And we understand because it's a school, it's probably not closed. In this situation, it's not closed permanently, but it's closed 100% for some period of time, 4 weeks. Now, when we reread the sentence in that paragraph, the administration had closed down the gambling clubs from the context. We can imagine that it's supposed to be forever, because you wouldn't just temporarily close a gambling club, because gambling clubs are probably illegal.